Dentistry and marketing. Two words that if you heard spoken in the same sentence 20 years ago, you probably would have thought it was some sort of a joke. These days, those two words coexist and are an essential part of running a modern-day dental practice. Now I know what you're thinking. You have my attention, but prove it. Well, nearly 80% of patients use search engines to find their next healthcare provider. That includes patients from all age groups, not just those who are a part of a younger generation. Yet, you can't reap the benefits of optimizing your dentistry website to appear on search engines if it doesn't include modern design elements. Hi everyone, I'm Matt from eTactics, and today I'm going to give you 5 key factors to keep in mind when choosing the right dental website design company. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking the button below. While you're down there, hit that alert bell icon next to it as well, so when we post new helpful content, you get notified. The first key factor you need to keep in mind during your dentistry marketing company evaluation is HIPAA compliance. This is by far the most important factor to keep in mind, because if you don't keep it in mind, you could face some serious fines. The field of dentistry faces a distinctive level of scrutiny due to the patient information it handles on a daily basis. Consequently, like all healthcare establishments, dentistry practices must prioritize the operation of their services in strict accordance with HIPAA regulations. HIPAA's requirements extend beyond making sure that you train your team on its requirements annually, though. You also need to make sure that your website operates in a way that's HIPAA compliant as well. So if you mention HIPAA or a business associate agreement or BAA to the company that you're evaluating and they don't know what that is, you're probably not finding or working with the right company. The second key factor I have for you is ADA compliance. Back on June 23, 2021, Domino's, yes, the pizza place, had a judge rule that its website violated Title III of the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. The plaintiff, who was blind, alleged that his screen reader software couldn't easily read Domino's website aloud, which made it hard for him to utilize it. The court ruled that Domino's needed to, quote, bring its website into compliance with WCAG 2.0 guidelines. It also ruled that the plaintiff receives $4,000 per website visit he made before the lawsuit and recovery of his attorney fees. This was a landmark case in the website design business. Essentially, now your website could also make you susceptible to a lawsuit if it's not compliant with WCAG 2.0. Now that law is essentially a series of compliance safeguards for websites to follow to ensure that they're accessible. Third, security. I think by now you understand how important it is to ensure that your website meets compliance requirements. Well, the next factor to keep in mind is security. To put it simply, if your website isn't secure, people aren't going to trust it or visit it. To make matters worse, web browsers also care about the security of your website. Think about it. If a web browser directs its users to websites that steal information, then they would quickly go out of business. Here's an example of a warning that a user receives before entering an unsecured website. Kind of scary, isn't it? Well, that's the point. How do you fix it? Secure Sockets Layer, or SSL encryption. SSL encrypts the connection between your website and your website's visitors. Fourth, a portfolio of success. Now that evaluating all the different aspects of compliance and security are out of the way, it's now time to look at the organization's portfolio of success that you're evaluating. Let's face it, you don't want to seek the services of a design company that doesn't have much experience. I mean, everyone has to start somewhere, but the ultimate goal of your website is to increase your practice's patient volume. And that simply cannot happen if your website looks unprofessional. It only takes 50 milliseconds for your website visitors to formulate a first impression of your practice based on your website. You don't have much time. If your website doesn't look good between the 50 milliseconds because you went with a company that doesn't have a portfolio of proven success, that first impression isn't going to be good. Fifth and finally, customization. Adobe found that 38% of people will give up on a website if the content and or layout is unattractive. Simply put, how your website looks matters a lot. Yet it can't look like any old website theme template. It needs to reflect what your organization stands for, its values, mission, and brand. You're a dentist, we get that. I'm not downplaying your achievements and journey in the healthcare industry with that comment, but what I'm trying to say is that your homepage doesn't have to have an image of a dental chair or teeth. Let's say you're a dental organization located in Colorado Springs. Why not have an autoplay video in the background of your homepage that shows dentistry tools and local landscapes like the Garden of the Gods? In the realm of dental websites, 5 factors stand tall: HIPAA compliance, ADA compliance, security, and a proven portfolio of success and customization. These pillars ensure an online presence that's secure, accessible, and uniquely yours. But choose wisely with the organization that designs it for you, because your growth is at stake. If you'd like to learn more about dentistry website design, reach out to eTactics. And you already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below.